Everyone, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Taylor Jefferson. I'm the Director of Marketing here at BGSU, and I also run the Future Falcon Kids Club. This is a brand new idea that we came up with during this tough time of quarantining. So trying to get everyone a chance to talk to the student athletes. I know you guys watch them play on the field, or in this case on the ice. So we just wanted to give you guys the opportunity to speak with them. Right now, today, we've got Brandon Kruse, we've got Alex Barber here, and they're going to first introduce themselves a little bit, and then I already have some questions that some of you filled out and sent to our email, and thank you for that. You guys can also go to the chat and write in any questions that you may have. We can answer some there. We'll have about 30 minutes set aside for the conversation, so we're just going to have a good time with this. This is our first time doing it, so I know Brandon and Alex are very interested in doing this. So let's get started. We'll have Brandon or Alex, whoever wants to start off. You guys can go for it.
Cruiser, you go ahead.
Okay, what's up, guys? I'm Brandon Kruse. I'm from Saline, Michigan. It's right outside of Ann Arbor, where like the University of Michigan is. I'm a junior forward, going to be a senior next year, and yeah, that's about it. I'm a marketing major, and I just love everything about BGSU.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Alex Barber. I'm from Dublin, Ohio, which is about 20 minutes northwest of Columbus. I'm a sophomore currently. I'll be a junior next year. I'm a forward, and I'm a supply chain management and finance major.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. Well, we can go into a couple of questions that people asked. Bubba and Lucy Rufo, they both asked, if you could play for any NHL team, who would it be and why?
Kruse?
Well, since I got drafted by Vegas and like I've been like around the locker room there and their culture, I love everything they do there. So I'd probably say the Vegas Golden Knights would be the one NHL team I would love to play for in the future.
Yeah, I think mine would probably be Columbus Blue Jackets, just because it's my hometown team and I've grown up loving them ever since. I mean, it would be pretty cool to play for a team up in Canada that has such a strong fan base like Toronto or Montreal or something like that. But I think I'd have to go with Columbus.
Excellent.
You got a jersey on, Barbs. Jackson does.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
A question from Joey Obregon. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry if I messed it up. What is your favorite sport besides hockey?
Oh, my favorite sport besides hockey probably have to be golf. I've gotten into it a lot the last couple summers, and I just love everything about it. You can just go out and hang out with your buddies for 4 hours and just mess around, have fun. And it's great to be outside too, because everything you do for hockey is indoors pretty much. So it's great to play a sport that you can be outside.
Yeah, I agree with Barb's there. My favorite sport besides hockey is golf. I actually was playing golf today. So me and Barb's have played a couple of rounds together. And as I've gotten older, I just appreciate it more. And we both like to watch it too. So it's a really competitive sport, and you can always get better, I guess. So it's pretty fun to play.
Excellent. When and how old were you when you learned how to skate? We got a question from a couple of kids through email.
I think I was about 3 or 4 when I actually started skating. I know my parents put me like on rollerblades around the house and stuff when I was pretty young, but on the ice, I think I was around 3.5, 4 when I actually started like doing like little lessons and like skating up and down the ice.
Yeah, same here with me. I grew up in a hockey family. My dad played hockey his entire life. So as soon as they could put me in skates, they were definitely doing that. So I was around 3 when I first got out on the ice, and I haven't left since.
Excellent. Alden Best had a question. What are your tips to improve my skating skills? Not me personally, but Alden's skating skills.
I guess for me, I would just say watch NHL games. Like, those guys are the best players in the world. They have skating down to a science. Like, watch guys like Connor McDavid and Sidney Crosby. Those guys are some of the best skaters in the world. And then after that, I'd say just practice, get on the ice as much as you can, work on the little things in your stride. And I don't know, Cruiser, you got some?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of different variables to it, but I think just trying to kind of slow it down for like at a young age, just try to like look at what they're doing and maybe like just try pushing off like slow and bringing your feet almost back together and just one at a time. And once you get more comfortable with it, you can try to speed it up, but just trying to slow it down helps a lot. I know when I was younger, I would just try to visually look at other people and just try to slow it down. And once I got comfortable, I would kind of pick up the pace.
Yeah, another thing I did when I was younger is I don't know if you guys have hardwood floors or not, but I would put socks on and go on the hardwood floors and put my hand on the counter and just kind of work on my stride, pushing back and stuff like that. So just little things around the house that you can do to help.
Excellent. Brandon, this one is for you. What is it like scoring the goal during the national tournament?
Yeah, it was pretty special actually. I'm not usually used to scoring too many goals, but just seeing where our program went that year and just how much it meant for like the community and just like seeing videos and how excited everyone else was. It was for sure special, and I'll always remember that for the rest of my life.
Excellent. From Bubba and Lucy Rufo again, why did you choose to go to BG, both of you?
Want to go, Barbs?
Yeah. So my grandparents live in Bowling Green, as do my aunt and my cousins, and my dad grew up there. So ever since I was tiny, I actually skated for the first time at BGSU Ice Arena, and ever since I was a kid, I've been going to Falcon hockey games, and I grew up wanting to be a Falcon, wanting to play college hockey at Bowling Green, and then I got lucky enough to be able to have that opportunity, and I jumped on it as soon as I could, and I couldn't be more happy.
Yeah, my situation was a little different. I actually didn't really know what Bowling Green even was growing up, to be honest. My dad played college hockey at Michigan State, and that's kind of like who I was more familiar with was like all like the Michigan schools. And at the end of the day, I just want to play college hockey. And actually, my like best friend who's on our team now, Cam Babiak, both of his parents went to Bowling Green, and that's kind of how like I started getting familiar with it. And then like obviously the whole recruiting process, and BGSU is just like a family environment and everyone's very comfortable with each other. So it was a pretty easy decision to come here.
Excellent. What was your most memorable game as a BGSU Falcon, and why?
I would probably just say the NCAA tournament game again, just because of how much like this program, where it was at one point, and building it back up, and it was just so much more than a game. It was basically what this program's been striving for the last decades, and it's been so long, and it just meant so much more like the community and the whole university than it did just us playing a hockey game. So I'd probably say that.
Yeah, that's definitely a top one for me. But also I would say the Ohio State game that we played at home with the home and home for them, and the home and home with Notre Dame we had last year. Those were unbelievable games because the Slater Family Ice Arena was absolutely packed, and we were so excited to play. And it was obviously we were coming home both times after winning 2 big games on the road, and we were all fired up. And then just to have all the fans there screaming for us, it was awesome.
Excellent. Where in BG is your favorite place to eat?
Ooh.
Do you know yours?
I don't know. I've been a big fan of Mr. Spots ever since I was a little kid. My grandparents and my dad would always take me to Mr. Spots. So I think I'd have to say Mr. Spots just to make my family happy.
Yeah, I've loved Mr. Spots too, because I actually have one here in Ann Arbor. But I'm just been really addicted to rapid fire pizza. I'm like the biggest pizza advocate now, and I probably go there too many times during the week. So I'd have for sure probably say rapid fire.
Yeah, rapid fire, Campus Poly Eyes too. That's a good spot.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of good small, like little restaurants in BG. So the food options are very good.
I agree. No disagreements here. What activities do you and your teammates do before a game to relax?
Cruiser.
Usually we like on home games, we usually just hang out in the lounge, on the weekends, like we'll watch like highlights from NHL games, like college football games, and just hang out there. And then some of us have like our own routine. So some of us will go back and play like a little bit of like a couple of video games before we want to take a nap. Some guys just play cards. I know Barb's in like their house, they'll play pool for a little bit. So we kind of just play different games. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique situation for each individual player. And you kind of, as the season goes on, you kind of pick up on your teammates' routines. So last year, me and Freddie Letourneau we would go home, play a couple games of pool at our house. We would go up, kind of just relax, take a nap maybe. Then we'd come down and both cook our pregame meals and play pool while we were doing that. So it's just kind of just trying to keep our minds occupied instead of just staring at the blank wall or staring at the TV screen. And it's just kind of getting that chemistry going a little bit before the game, I guess you could say.
Yeah. From Joey again, do you play roller hockey in the off season to stay in shape? If not, what else would you do to stay in shape in the off season?
Typically I do not play roller hockey, but right now I have been rollerblading quite a bit since there's not much else I can do. But yeah, typically I don't. It's a little bit of a different stride, but some guys enjoy it. I'll throw my rollerblades on just to stick handle every once in a while. But other than that, I'm a big runner. I ran track in high school, so I enjoy running. Actually, I'm one of those very weird people. But, yeah, I'm mostly just a runner to stay in shape.
Yeah, I like rollerblading. I always liked playing street hockey as a kid, but as I've gotten older, obviously like this is a unique situation, so I've been trying to rollerblade more than normal. But in a typical summer, I'll just try to skate on the ice still, and then I just like working out, kind of like I'll do different like runnings and treadmill type stuff like at my gym in the summer. But just to stay active, I usually just work out a lot.
Excellent. Who is your biggest rival?
I'd probably say, I mean, Michigan Tech and us have always had this close rivalry, but even like Minnesota State, like we've had some battles, and obviously we wish that we could be on the other side of things going back to last year's WCHA championship game. So I'd probably say those two are like our biggest division rivals.
Yeah, I agree with that. Northern Michigan, we get in some pretty heated battles with them too. They got a couple guys that can get under your skin, and we have a couple guys that can get under their skin. So tempers usually rise during those games. But yeah, I'd say Tech, Northern, Minnesota State are probably the top three.
Excellent. A big question that everyone always talks about: which BGSU jersey is your favorite?
Ooh. For me, actually, we didn't have them last year, but the creams from our freshman year were by far my favorite. I just love the style, love the coloring. It's old school, every time we would wear those, I would get so excited, and I just love those jerseys.
Barb, did you see the sign?
Oh,
you see Brady's sign?
Look at that! Nice.
Yeah, I personally like all of our jerseys. I don't know. I like the orange ones. I was a really big fan of the ones we wore this year. Those like old school BGSU ones for our Fair State game. Like I love those ones a lot. I like the crisp white jerseys. So those are kind of my favorite. But then yeah, the cream ones are always nice. It was kind of disappointing that we didn't have them this year.
Understood. We've went through most of the questions that I got via email. We can open it up to any questions that any of the group may have. If you guys have any questions, just take yourself off mute and ask away.
You can ask. Say hi. Hi. Ask your question. Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Tell him what your question is. You want me to ask? He wants to know what your favorite Mighty Duck actor is or character.
Oh.
Tell him who yours is.
My
Yeah.
favorite Mighty Duck was Fulton.
Fulton, yeah.
Fulton,
Big
that's
shot.
a good one.
Big shot. Mine would have to be probably Adam Banks. I just love that he kind of accepted the Mighty Ducks culture and kind of transformed from being a Hawk to a Mighty Duck. I just like that.
What?
Yeah, I would probably say Adam Banks too. You know, he was always like one of the better players, but I always liked Goldberg. I just thought he was funny, and then he made like the show a lot more funny. So I'd probably say he was one of my favorite characters too.
Love it. Thank you for asking that.
You ready? Hey.
My favorite. Question is, who gets the most goals?
Who gets the most goals? I think that'd have to be Cameron Wright.
Yeah,
He scored a lot of goals.
yeah, he had like the most goals since like 2007, I think. So, yeah, Ryder on our team, number 16, probably scores the most out of any of us.
Yeah.
Jessica?
Who gets the most penalties and misconducts?
It was Lucas Craggs, then he graduated, so now he passed it on to his brother, Sam Craggs, I'd probably say, number 25.
Yeah, it's definitely a family affair.
Thank you for asking.
What is your favorite hockey movie?
Oh, that's a tough question. Probably the obvious answer would be Miracle. That would probably be the obvious answer. I don't know if Happy Gilmore counts as a hockey movie. That was up there for
There's
me.
hockey in it. Yeah, there's hockey in it. Yeah,
Definitely
I'd have to say Miracle too. I can watch that 1,000 times. It just doesn't get old.
Mhm.
No. I'm going on mute. I'm wearing a shirt signed by Mark Wells.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
really? That's pretty cool.
He came to one of our, I forget which game he came to this year.
I can't remember who we were playing either, but yeah, it was definitely towards the end. It was a great game. Huge line for him to sign some stuff.
Yeah.
It was awesome to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty unique, like hearing his story and, you know, the things that guy's seen in his life is pretty spectacular for sure.
Mhm.
Hey, Alex, Brady has a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You play for CCYHA.
I did play for CCYHA. So I went from playing CCYHA House to playing CCYHA Select. Then I started playing AA, and then I went to play for the Ohio AAA Blue Jackets. And then from there, that's where I committed, and then I went and played juniors in the USHL. So, yes, I did play for CCYHA.
Okay, go ahead.
Any of you friends are from Bernard?
Gotta talk louder, bud.
Any of you friends were from Bernard?
Are you guys friends with Brian Bednard?
I'd say, yeah, we both are pretty close friends
Yeah.
with Brian Bednard, yeah.
Yeah, we miss him. He's a good guy. I wish we had one more year with him for sure, but obviously it was pretty special for him to sign that NHL contract.
Look at this picture.
Yeah, that's a cool picture.
Yeah, he's
I
pretty
wish I had a
tall.
picture with Ryan like that.
All right.
And my favorite restaurant in BG's Frickers.
Frickers. Love Frickers.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good choice.
Who's your favorite player in the NHL?
Cruiser?
Mine right now is probably Austin Matthews, but growing up it was probably Patrick Kane, because he was like a smaller guy and really skilled. But like I just like watching Austin Matthews now because his shot's incredible, and I'm just trying to get mine to that point at some point.
Yeah, I'd say right now it's Connor McDavid. I love watching him play. He's so fun. He's always going to do something while he's on the ice. But growing up, I kind of tried to model my game after Nicholas Backstrom on the Capitals, because I was always kind of a pass-first guy, and so was Backstrom, and I just tried to be more like him.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye, buddy.
Bye. Okay, tablet time.
Did anyone have any other questions for the guys? Yeah.
Go the NHL out of the team. Who's the best NHL 20 player?
Ooh.
Out of
On the video game?
on our team?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I've never really played anyone on our team in the NHL 20. I think I'd hopefully be up there. I'm pretty good, I'd say. I'm pretty good. I used to play like in juniors with all my buddies, but I've never played anyone on our team.
I would say not me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I played Evan Doherty a couple times. He's pretty good. I've never beaten him. Other than that, I don't know. I haven't played a lot of guys on a team.
Yeah.
What game are you looking forward to most next year, Cruiser?
Once our schedule comes out, I'll decide, I guess. I don't really know. I mean, whenever we play Minnesota State, those are always good games. I don't know who we're playing out of conference next year, but the out of conference games are always fun. It seems to draw in a lot of fans, so probably those. Oh yeah, I guess the outdoor game will be really special. So probably that. I've never played outdoors before, so that's got to be up there for sure.
Yeah, I'd say the outdoor game or maybe the national championship game. Probably that'd be cool.
Yeah. Playoffs or anything beyond that point, every game's special too.
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. Any other questions? All righty. Well, I'd like to thank both Alex and Brandon for spending some time with us today. And I'd like to thank all of you guys for coming on and talking to us. And we definitely love to thank you for being a Future Falcon Kids Club member and coming to athletic events all throughout the year. We hope to see you guys back out there next year. We're doing more of these conversations with student athletes throughout the quarantine, I guess. Next week we have men's basketball coming up, so just be on the lookout for emails. We'd love to have you guys back again. Alex and Brandon, do you have any final words before we go?
No.
No, yeah. Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, thanks for all the support you guys show us through the season, and thanks for coming out today. It was fun to talk to you guys.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be back on the ice soon, and obviously have the same fan experience for next year, because obviously we're nothing without you guys.